Hey yo, what's mobbin'? It's your boy Tone Trump, aka Pretty Tony, the Muslim Don, West Philly to the world. But right now it's about my family, the young legend Mikey T, the movie star, and my favorite show, Report Card Radio. Y'all know I get all A's. If we talking honor, I'm honor roll. Report Card Radio, Mikey T, the movie star, Tone Trump. Let's win. Shit.
The religious culture has become more accepted within, the hip hop community nowadays.
Says who?
I remember back in the day when Loon made his transition to, and he grew a beard and he got all religious. Everybody would frown on it. Everybody looked down on it. So what's your thoughts on it becoming more accepted now, this day and age?
Mikey, to be honest with you, and I say this respectfully, I'm black and I'm Muslim. I don't feel any acceptance from hip hop. I don't feel like the culture is accepting religion any better. I feel like the culture runs away from religion. I feel like the culture has tried to make people that are religious appear weak. And I feel like that's part of the devil's plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they want young black boys in poverty to think that it's not tough or cool to love God, no matter what your faith is? So when you say people were looking at Loon like he was crazy, they were looking at him like he was crazy because he loved God. Think about that. Because his heart was being purified and he was loving God. Nobody looked at him like he was crazy when he was rapping and running around with Puffy and all of that. Because people have a false perception of what success is. Success is God. Success is praying. So I don't feel any extra acceptance, and I don't look for any extra acceptance from hip hop. My love with my Lord is a personal relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a Muslim, as a black Muslim. And I don't feel like it's anything. I just feel like it's a new generation of artists who are unafraid about what they love, and that's whatever they love. It's like people criticize the young kids with the color hair, but that's what they want to do, and they doing it. You got artists like who now you may hear their religious beliefs through their music and through now artists you're able to see us more now because of social media. So artists like my brother Ralo. You don't just hear his music. You see what he's going through at the airport. You know his religious beliefs because he's showing you his life. He's not doing it because he's trying to show off. He's not doing it because it's accepted. He's doing it because that's just his life. That's just my life. I remember touring with Freeway, and Freeway, I don't care where he's at. When it's time to pray, he's going to pray, mashallah. That's one of the biggest things he taught me. You're never too busy to pray. So we're not doing that because it's accepted, because it's not accepted. If I pray at the airport, somebody's going to tell security I'm praying. Like, you know what I mean? Not that I'm cursing at my wife, not that I'm lighting a cigarette. They'll say, because of the way I'm praying, they'll be scared, and that's because I'm Muslim. So I don't feel like it's more accepted. I just feel like brothers are starting to just wake up and realize how much we need God. You need God more in this business than you do pride. Man, this business is so evil and so corrupted and so controlled by evil and corruption. You need God. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know how to fight this battle without Allah. I wouldn't know how to fight any battle without God, because I'm nothing without God. I thank Allah a billion times a day. So I don't feel like it's more accepted. I just feel like right now, I think this is a generation of people are fighting back. We see it in so many walks of life, so many different cultures. People are tired of it. My people in Palestine, people all over the world are tired of it. People are fighting back. People want to be heard. And and whatever your religion is, you should be able to, love your Lord and worship your Lord and not be judged and not be looked at in any kind of way, because, it's brothers that go to church that's tougher than any of these so-called gangster rappers. It's brothers that go to the Jehovah Witness Hall that's tougher than any of these gangsters in these movies. All this stuff is entertainment. Stop confusing entertainment with real life. God is real life. No matter what your rap name is, God knows. No matter what you do at your concert, God knows what you do back at your hotel. God knows what you do on your Sprinter. God knows what you do when you wake up in the morning. He's the knower and seer of all things. That's what the law is. So it's like, this industry has never been acceptance of faith. They don't want you to have faith. They want you to believe in them and believe in their lie. And you can't do that if you believe in God. Man, they might assassinate me just for saying this. But I don't fear nothing but Allah, so I ain't worried about it. And I'm going to tell my truth, and I'm going to tell the truth every chance I get. But your question was, do I feel like it's more acceptance, and how do I feel? I don't feel it's more accepted. You know what I go through every time I run through TSA? Ain't nobody in hip-hop. Some of the most famous Muslims in the culture don't even express that they're Muslims. You know why? Because it's not accepted. And I'm not going to throw none of my brothers under the bus, but there's some brothers who got some of the biggest endorsement deals right now in hip hop who are Muslims, who they don't never even say Allah. They'll just say God because they don't feel like. There's people that tell me all the time, yo, be careful, man. You might, you're going to miss out on some deals if you always talking about being Muslim. And I'm like, what's meant for me is meant for me. Allah going to make sure I get whatever is meant. If I deny my Lord for a deal, what type of deal is that? What type of situation that I got to deny my love of God for? I don't want no deal I got to do that for.
Is that something you didn't put up to the forefront when you first got started in the business?
No, I didn't love God as much when I first started in the business. I wasn't as close to my Lord, so it was a daily spiritual growth for me. It wasn't like I was just so religious and I was hiding. I wasn't as religious. I was more in the streets. I was more in the lifestyle. I got caught up in the rapper lifestyle. I got caught up in the street lifestyle. And not to say that I'm perfect. Nobody is perfect. No Muslim is perfect either. Islam is perfect. The faith is perfect. But it's just like no human being is perfect. We all have a sin. We all have flaws. No sinner is greater than the other sin. We all have mistakes. But as I get closer to my Lord and closer to my faith, there's certain things I look at and it be like, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why they want us blinded. They want us not, it's a popular saying now. People say, you're woke. They want us sleep. They don't want us to be woke. You know what I mean? But I'm wide awoke.
So, Trump, let's take it back a little bit further. I want to ask you what your thoughts were when Mace left, like what was the height of his rap career, to go to the church. What was your thoughts on that back in the day?
I think back in the day, I thought it was crazy he was doing it. But because of my spiritual growth and how much I'm loving my Lord and how much I love Islam, I understand it a lot more now. I understand it a lot more. And, growing up, Mace was one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? I love his first album was a classic to me. I remember Mace, from the Hot 97s with the Locks. And, when we chasing his rap dream, you say to somebody, man, you at the top of the world, you triple platinum, and he left this game because he wanted to, pursue his love for his Lord. If that was the case, I respect that and I honor that. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge Mace specifically. I don't know what all the specifics was. Of course, I'm a part of the culture, so we hear things now that, about his message that dilutes his message to a certain extent, but God knows everything. You know what I mean? So I respect it. I just think that's a part of growing up, spiritually. I think at the time I felt like everybody else, like, how could you leave this lifestyle? But now where I'm at spiritually now, I'm like, man, I can very much understand how somebody could leave this lifestyle and want to commit themselves. Like not just Mace, but like, Brother Amir, who formerly was known as Loon from Bad Boy. May Allah rectify his affairs too and free the brother Amir Loon, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to see him come home to his family and be a benefit to the Ummah because he was moving in a great way before he went down, mashallah.